What's up, you lovely human beings? Frank Valkyria, welcome to the channel. Still Italian edition. We are here. Sorry for the microphone. I'm recording with the camera microphone, so it's gonna be a little bit more boomy. So I tried to keep my voice down. Alright? So, for those of you who still don't know, I'm in my hometown, visiting family, staying a little bit with my family, brothers and sisters, all coming here to spend time together. So we haven't done it for 40 years. Let's do this together. Unsealed document showing more and more and more. Also, there is another video coming as soon as I get the kata for the da so that we can talk better. Anyway, lot to unpack. Another video which is gonna be potentially awesome. So here we have a motion to dismiss a testimony of an elderly man, Jacob Bloom, which is seemed to suffered from some kind of impairment. And let's dig into it right away. She seemed that was bullying this man, apparently. Let's read together. So, plaintiff and counterclaim defendant John C. Depp, seconded by counsel, and for a reason set forth fully below, moves this court to exclude the deposition testimony of Jacob Bloom. Argument. Ms. H., counsel, has conducted discovery in an abusive manner and should be precluded from introducing certain utterly irrelevant and arresting evidence at discovery. So this is a big claim here, a big statement from Johnny Depp's lawyer, which they're pointing the finger at H for trying to squeeze out of somebody a testimony in not the right manner, I would say. Let's send them lemons because they like to squeeze things, so perhaps at least they get some vitamin C. Maybe it helps. I don't know if it's for the brain, but certainly maybe you get better, less of an a-hole. Anyway, let's continue here with this unsealed document. Ms. Heard, the former attorney of 17 years, Jacob Bloom, seemed an ex-lawyer of JD, who is elderly and appeared not to be able to remember anything of significance. Baffling, even though Ms. Bloom's testimony was essentially a string of responses to the effect of, I don't know. Ms. H., counsel, has designated his deposition testimony for trial, designated his deposition testimony for trial. But Mr. Bloom, responses establish, first, that he has nothing relevant to say. Second, that he lacks competence to provide testimony on the issues involved. And third, the blatantly harassing conduct of Ms. H in this case, the deposition testimony should be excluded. Wow, they really seem like they went after this guy. At the outset, the transcript makes clear that Ms. Bloom's lacked the ability at this deposition to testify in a competent manner, to recollect or communicate events or provide substantive answer to questions asked of him. The parties were well aware that Mr. Bloom had been diagnosed with dementia. Nevertheless, Ms. H. insisted on taking Mr. Bloom deposition to discuss events that were beyond Mr. Bloom's capacity to recall. It's clear from Mr. Bloom's testimony that he was unable to recall many of the questions posed to him. In fact, throughout the deposition, Mr. Bloom had the assistance of his attorney to guide him in understanding the question and provide an intelligible response. Wow, I feel sorry already reading this, honestly. Throughout the deposition, Ms. H. counsel arrests Ms. Bloom with the same question repeatedly in attempts to deceive Mr. Bloom. I mean, I'm taking a pause because I'm like, those people are like, in almost everything they do seem to be like pieces of human manure that it's not even good to fertilize tomatoes, okay? At least if you were good crap, we could have put it next to some zucchinis, and when they bloom, we take the flower zucchini, we put some ricotta in, and at least from the crap that you are, something decent will come out. We cannot even do that. Huh? The type of manure they produce, it's worthless. Cheap. How about that? So here we have some of the communication. Q. When did you first met Mr. Depp? A. I don't know when. I can't remember. Exhibit Bloom Depot. All right. This was from 15 November. 15. What is it? September 2016. Q. Does that help refresh your recollection of when you began representation of Mr. Depp? No, it doesn't. It doesn't recall. I don't recall. And I say it strongly to you. I don't recall the particular cause of action, etc., etc. Q. Do you recall beginning representing Mr. Depp in 1999? Mr. Chu. Objection. Ask and answer. Mr. Chu always gets a thumbs up so far. A. I don't recall the answer of the man. Mr. Chu. Several times. Q. I'm sorry. What's your answer, Mr. Bloom? A. I don't know. It's all confusing to me. End of the exhibition. So, oh wow. Where do we go from here? They go to any length to arrest somebody that is unable to be there, yet they try to play their cards of creating doubts and misleading and leading the person using a terminology that we have learned in this trial, leading this person in the wrong, most likely over the cliff. I know a direction for some of those people. In Napoleon we say, vaffanculo. That's a location, by the way, all right? I can show you the map in case you need to send somebody somewhere. Vaffanculo is a right place to send those people. All right, say after me, vaffanculo. That's a curse word, but you gotta learn somewhere a little bit of Italian. So, matter of fact, we are doing teaching here, okay? This is first teaching lesson about Italian. When you want to get rid of somebody, you say vaffanculo. It's not polite, but it comes in handy every now and then. Just saying, all right? I'm not advertising using cuss words. It might be useful someday. Anyway. Moreover, the substance of Mr. Bloom's deposition sought testimony regarding Mr. Depp's previous litigation, which are completely immaterial to this action. Even if that were not the case, Mr. Bloom did not recall much of the work he did for Mr. Depp many years ago. Mrs. Hurd should be precluded from exploiting Mr. Bloom further trial where he does not have any knowledge of her allegations against Mr. Depp, which is the only pertinent issue in this case. Sorry, the text is very small. Exhibit for foreign response. Plenty respect to the request that this court grant this motion in limine exclude Mr. Bloom's deposition testimony in its entirety. I suppose they succeeded. So once more you see the techniques of A.H. Camp and lawyers and herself going after an elderly man with dementia, potentially putting this person under pressure and in circumstances that are less than favorable to any human being with such condition, and if anything really shows you the type of, I would say, let's use a word, ruthlessness. I might have kind of nailed it more or less. They're ruthless, and if anything, this new document takes extra points away already from a cascade of lesser than minus points towards these human beings. Guys, let me know what you think about this. I would say abhorrent, abhorrent, and also meh. Those people are meh, and they don't deserve not even to be called manure, because manure is useful, very useful. Guys, thank you so much for your support. Stay with us, check the other videos. It's all thanks to you, to your support of this channel, that I keep going, that I keep searching and share with you my opinions about those things. I hope we can continue together as long as it takes, also to jump on other topics and to continue grow together. I'm really enjoying this new wave of the channel is taking. I would love to share more. I would love to keep growing with you. So please subscribe. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. I apologize for the microphone. Ciao.